Greetings, beloved starseeds and lightworkers. I am Mira of the Pleiadian High Council, and I speak to you with heartfelt love and urgency in this pivotal hour for your planet. As a representative of the Earth Council for Ascension, I wish to share important news. The long-prophesied Great Solar Flash is drawing near, and its timeline is now firmly anchored. This event is not a distant fantasy. It is real and already underway in subtle stages. In the coming few years of your linear time, between roughly 2026 and 2028, sequential waves of heightened solar energy will build to a grand climax. Think of it as increasing pulses of cosmic light, each one stronger than the last, preparing all life for a final master pulse of transformation. We see this timeline as locked into place by divine decree. The momentum towards this apex cannot be stopped by any earthly or cosmic force. Already, in this very moment, initial waves of solar plasma and photonic light are streaming into Earth's atmosphere, touching your hearts and cells. Many of you feel it, perhaps as tingling energy, surges of emotion, or distortions in time and sleep patterns. These are the early echoes of the coming flash, gently acclimating you to what is ahead. The great solar flash, dear ones, will be a catalyst unlike any before, an energetic reset for the Earth and humanity. It carries the authority of cosmic law, meaning it aligns perfectly with the divine plan. There is nothing to fear from this, but there is a call to prepare yourselves inwardly. Now is the time to recognize that this event is not years away, in a vague sense. It is imminent and already unfolding. Each day that passes, the intensity grows incrementally, leading humanity toward an inevitable turning point. The sunlight you see daily is shifting in quality as more sacred light codes are delivered. Your sun is preparing to radiate a brilliant pulse that will reach every living being and every dark corner of collective consciousness. We share this to affirm that the solar flash is real. It is coming, and it is closer than most realize. This is your opportunity to awaken fully and align before the grand illumination arrives. Beloved ones, we wish to clarify the true nature and purpose of this impending solar flash. It is not a punishment or an apocalyptic wrath, as some fear-based narratives might suggest. Rather, it is an outpouring of source energy through your sun, a holy act of illumination gifted by the Creator. In essence, the sun is serving as a grand portal for Prime Creator's light to flood this solar system. Every photon of light arriving in this wave is encoded with divine intelligence and love. These photons carry a clear command from the heart of Source: return to alignment. It is as if each ray of the great central sun whispers to every soul, every atom of life, remember who you are. Come back into harmony with creation. This divine command cannot be resisted by force or ignored by willful denial. It resonates with the deepest truth of your being and calls you home. The solar flash is an act of grace on a cosmic scale. Imagine the Creator lovingly stepping forward through the sun to embrace all of its creation in pure light. This light will penetrate to the core of every being, illuminating all that has been hidden or shadowed. In that embrace, nothing false can remain concealed. Understand that the increasing solar emanations are pure consciousness in photonic form. The light is alive with awareness. When it washes over the earth, it will touch the consciousness of humanity profoundly. For those who have opened their hearts and prepared to receive, it will be a blissful infusion of truth and love, a remembrance of their divine origin. For those who have been closed off in negativity or denial, the same light may feel intense and overwhelming as it works to dissolve the rigid barriers of ego and separation. Yet even this is grace, for Source abandons no soul. The sun shines on everyone without discrimination, offering each the opportunity to realign with the one light. Know that this event is a natural part of cosmic evolution, a joyous homecoming orchestrated by the one Creator. It comes not to destroy, but to uplift and reunify all life with its sacred origin. With the arrival of this tremendous light, humanity will experience a final and natural sorting by vibration, a parting of paths that has long been foretold. Understand that this is not a judgment cast upon you, but rather the outworking of a universal law. Like frequency coalesces with like. When the main wave of the solar flash washes over the planet, each soul will gravitate to the reality that matches the frequency of their consciousness. In the heightened energies, those who have been diligently embodying love, compassion, and unity will find themselves carried into a higher octave of existence. It will feel as if a new earth is blooming around them, an earth of higher dimensional light, peace, and harmony that has always existed at a higher frequency, now made visible and accessible. These souls will step into that refined reality seamlessly because their vibration is in resonance with it. They are the ones who have chosen, through their daily thoughts, feelings, and actions, to align with the higher light. In essence, they graduate into the long-promised golden age, the fifth dimensional New Earth frequency, where love is the governing force. Simultaneously, there will be many who, for various reasons, have not yet resolved their lessons in the third dimensional experience. Some have clung tightly to fear, judgment, or material attachment, and the intense light of the flash may feel discordant to what they carry inside. These souls will find themselves unable to fully anchor in the higher earth frequency yet. But know this is not a punishment or being left behind in any damning sense. It is simply a compassionate redirection. Those not ready to ascend at this time will continue their soul evolution in a setting that matches their current vibration, likely on an alternate third density world or plane, where the cycles of duality will continue until they are prepared to choose the light. They will have other opportunities in the future to ascend when they have integrated what they need to learn. The beauty of the Creator's plan is that every soul is honored and given precisely the experience required for its growth. Thus, when the great flash comes, it acts as a grand bifurcation point. One stream of life flowing into the new earth, and another stream gently diverted to a continuing third density journey elsewhere. Trust that all is in divine order, and no soul will be lost. Each will move on to the path that is right for them, guided by the loving wisdom of their own higher self and the Creator. This is how realities will finally split by the magnetics of consciousness, and it is perfectly just and loving in its design. Why is this great event happening now, in this particular moment of Earth's history? The answer lies in the grand cycles of the cosmos and a divine schedule that reaches far beyond your individual lifetimes. Your solar system has moved into a highly energized region of space, a cosmic corridor brimming with high-frequency rays emanating from the galactic center. This is not a random occurrence, but part of a vast cosmic timing mechanism. In fact, the alignment you are experiencing is one that occurs roughly every 26,000 years, the completion of a great cycle known to many of your ancient peoples. It is as if the galaxy itself keeps time and has struck the hour of transformation. We could say that the cosmic clock has now hit cosmic noon, signaling the end of one grand age and the dawning of the next. This window of 2026 to 2028 aligns perfectly with that galactic synchronization point. For eons, Earth has cycled through periods of light and dark, awakening and slumber, corresponding to these massive cosmic rhythms. Many prophecies and calendars of old hinted at this time frame as the moment when the world would undergo a profound shift. Now you are living in those prophesied days. The high-frequency corridor your planet is traversing is bathing everything in an unprecedented intensity of cosmic light. These energies from the galactic core are the very same type of frequencies that historically trigger planetary ascension processes. It is no accident that Earth is responding with rapid changes, political, environmental, and spiritual, as it absorbs this galactic influx. The timing is precise and purposeful. The entire galaxy is orchestrating an evolutionary leap, and Earth is an integral part of this grand symphony. You, as souls, knew this when you volunteered to be here for the shift. You understood that you would incarnate during the convergence of these cosmic cycles, when ascending into higher consciousness would be fully supported by the universe. The stage is perfectly set by divine design. The great solar flash is the crescendo of this cosmic cycle, the moment when all of the accumulated photonic light from the galactic center, funneled through your sun, will flood the Earth in one magnificent wave. It is as if the universe has been holding its breath, building to this climax. Now, at long last, the breath of Source will sweep through creation to uplift an entire planet. This now moment in cosmic terms is rare and sacred, a synchronization of heaven and earth that makes ascension not only possible, but inevitable. Thus, the timing of the solar flash is woven intricately into the fabric of galactic cycles. You are witnessing the fulfillment of a divine appointment made long ago. At its core, the Great Solar Flash is a divine reset, a reassertion of Prime Creator's original laws and design for life on Earth. For countless millennia, humanity has lived under a veil of distorted constructs and artificial matrices that are not aligned with cosmic truth. You were born into societies governed by man-made rules, false belief systems, and hierarchical power structures that often run counter to the laws of divine love and unity. Think of how many generations have been conditioned to accept separation, fear, and lack as the norm. These are not the Creator's laws. They are human inventions, sustained only by collective belief and energy. Now the cosmic light current is flowing in with such intensity that it is dissolving these false overlays like a sandcastle in a rising tide. The solar flash energies carry the frequency of absolute truth. As this truth frequency pours in, everything out of alignment with it will be energetically corrected. This is not vindictive. It is simply the way cosmic law operates. Darkness and falsehood cannot stand in the presence of intense light, just as night vanishes when the sun rises. This means that all the systems, structures, and ideologies built upon separation consciousness will undergo fundamental change. Prime Creator's harmonics, the principles of unity, cooperation, love, and abundance, are being re-established as the governing energies on Earth. The cosmic reset will gently but irresistibly push humanity back into accordance with the universal laws that uphold life throughout the stars. For example, where human law permitted exploitation and inequality, divine law will bring justice and balance. Where human constructs enforce limitation and scarcity, divine principle will open pathways of freedom and prosperity for all. This is not imposed by an external authority in any tyrannical way. Rather, it bubbles up from within the hearts of humanity as the solar light activates your dormant divine blueprint. The more source light infuses the collective consciousness, the more people simply cannot continue to operate in ways that contradict their own true divine nature. The reinstatement of Prime Creator's law is, in fact, the reawakening of your inner knowing of what is right and real. This is a homecoming to the natural cosmic order. What is occurring now is the great corrective course of an entire planet, bringing you back into alignment with the love and wisdom that were always meant to guide human existence. Already you can see the early stages of this energetic correction in action. The structures and institutions built on greed, separation, and control are cracking under their own weight. Systems that lack integrity are exhibiting clear signs of instability. Whether in governments, financial markets, corporations, or long-standing social institutions, whatever does not serve the highest good is coming to light and beginning to fall apart. This is not a cause for fear. It is a cause for quiet celebration among lightworkers. The breakdown of the old is a necessary clearing, making space for the new. Imagine a dilapidated old building whose foundation is rotten. It must be carefully dismantled so that a sound structure can be raised in its place. In the same way, the outdated paradigms of power over others, exploitation, and deception are being dismantled by their own unsustainable nature, catalyzed by the high frequencies now saturating the earth. The light of truth is revealing all that was hidden in shadows. Corruption, dishonesty, and injustices that once escaped notice are now being exposed daily. You might observe scandals emerging, secrets being leaked, or institutions facing unprecedented challenges. This trend will continue and accelerate as the flash draws nearer, because higher light makes it impossible for lower vibrational patterns to remain concealed. Do not be disheartened as you witness these collapses. Understand that this is a purging of energies that can no longer accompany humanity into the next stage. It may at times appear chaotic or unsettling, but truly, a divine order is at work beneath the surface turmoil. The old must crumble so the genuine and good can rise. Think of it as a garden. The weeds are being uprooted so healthy plants have room to flourish. In the process of weeding, the soil gets disturbed, yet that very disturbance aerates the soil for new growth. Similarly, society is experiencing a disturbance that is clearing the ground for a far more enlightened civilization to emerge. Keep this perspective when you see dramatic changes around you. Rather than falling into anxiety, remember that you are watching the natural and necessary collapse of what was built on a faulty foundation. The Creator's light is mercifully exposing what no longer resonates, so that ultimately only what is true, just, and aligned with love will remain standing. One of the profound changes that the solar flash and ensuing ascension will bring is a complete shift in where authority and power reside. In the old paradigm, humans looked to external authorities, governments, religious institutions, financial systems, technologies, to direct and govern their lives. Power was often equated with status, wealth, or control over others. That was part of the illusion of the third-dimensional matrix. As the higher light permeates the planet, this externalized power structure loses its grip. True authority is returning to the only place it ever rightfully belonged, the divine spark within each conscious being. In the post-flash reality, power will not flow from the top of a human-made hierarchy. It will flow through the consciousness of each awakened individual. Those who are rising into 5D understand that genuine sovereignty comes from alignment with Source, not from any title or institution. In the new Earth, leadership will be based on frequency and wisdom, not on force or decree. The most spiritually coherent and heart-centered individuals will naturally inspire and guide others, not by command, but by example and vibrational presence. Their very energy fields will carry the authority of love, and others will willingly follow that radiant influence, not out of coercion, but out of resonance and respect. Conversely, those who remain unawakened at the time of the flash may initially feel lost as the familiar structures of authority fade away. Many might try to cling to the remnants of old systems, attempting to enforce rules or revive defunct power games, only to find that those structures have no energetic support anymore. It will be like grasping at shadows. A government or organization that operated through fear and control simply will not be able to function in the new frequencies. Its directives will sound hollow, and people will no longer be compelled by them. This collapse of external authority might feel unsettling to some, but it is actually the great liberation of the human spirit. Each being is meant to be guided by the light of their own soul, connected directly to the Creator. Part of our mission as the High Council is to help humanity remember this truth, that you are each a sovereign expression of the divine, fully capable of knowing what is right and true through your own higher consciousness. As this understanding takes root, communities will form around shared spiritual values and inner guidance, rather than around imposed laws or charismatic personalities. This is the return to true authority, the authority of the God self within. It will restore dignity, freedom, and unity in ways your world has barely imagined, but which deep down you have always longed for. Indeed, the solar flash will act as a great equalizer among souls. In the light of Source, all are seen for who they truly are beneath the temporary roles, titles, or masks they wore in the old world. The radiance of the flash does not recognize human labels of fame, wealth, lineage, or social rank. These have no meaning in a field of pure divine light. The only thing that matters in that moment is the vibration you hold. What shines forth from your heart and consciousness is what will be seen and felt in the new frequency. Thus, a humble person of loving kindness will stand shining and free, while a materially rich person of selfish intent will find that their riches and status cannot shield them or elevate them in this new energy. The hierarchies that dominated the third-dimensional Earth will simply dissolve. Imagine all superficial markings of prestige or poverty vanishing in an instant. What remains is the true being. It is often said that the gentle and pure of heart will inherit the earth. In truth, those aligned with love and humility will naturally thrive in the new earth frequencies. Meekness in this sense is not weakness, but spiritual authenticity. Those who live in alignment with the Creator's love are indeed inheriting the renewed earth, because their vibration matches it. In the light, everyone starts again from the same foundation of truth. There is a beautiful leveling happening. Every soul faces the solar emanation equally, with only their inner light as their signature. Some souls who were overlooked or marginalized in the old system will suddenly flourish as their gifts and compassion become visible and valued. Likewise, some who were elevated by the old standards may need to undergo deep soul reflection as their inner state is now laid bare. This equalization is not about shame or exaltation. It is about honesty and alignment. When nothing can be hidden, every being has the chance to fully step into their genuine self. What a relief and liberation this will be. The burdens of pretense will fall away. The flash ensures that no ego construct survives intact. Only the true self remains. In that sense, the sincere, gentle, and loving will find themselves at home in the new reality, leading lives of grace. They inherit a world where merit is measured by one's capacity to love and radiate light. And this world will encourage everyone to cultivate that true merit within. The great equalizer leaves no soul out. It simply resets the field so that authenticity and soul light become the new currency of life on Earth. Right now, humanity is in the final period of choosing. This very moment, and the coming months and few short years leading up to the solar flash, is a sacred window in which every soul is effectively making a vibrational choice. Consider these days your personal and collective preparation time, a bridge between the old world and the new. With each thought you think, each emotion you entertain, and each action you take, you are aligning yourself with one trajectory or another. You are essentially casting your vote for which reality you will experience when the timelines fully diverge. This choice is not made by a single grand gesture or outward declaration. It is made in the quiet, continual moments of your daily life. Every time you choose compassion over anger, faith over fear, unity over division, you strengthen your resonance with the ascended earth. Likewise, each time someone indulges in hatred, deceit, or selfishness, they tether themselves more to the denser timeline. No one is condemned by this. Remember, all will eventually find their way home. But the opportunity now is to consciously decide where you want to go from here. We urge you, dear ones, to use this grace period wisely. These next few years are a gift, a merciful interval given so that souls may awaken and adjust their course by free will. The energies streaming in even now are amplifying everything, so your positive choices carry extra power. And unfortunately, negative patterns can also become more intense if not addressed. It is as if a cosmic amplifier is turned up. You can grow rapidly in love and awareness if you focus on it, or you can experience the heightening of your discord if you persist in old ways. Awareness is key. Become the observer of yourself. Notice your reactions and triggers, and gently guide yourself toward the higher path in each situation. You have more support for this than ever before. The entire universe is conspiring to help you choose the higher timeline, from your spirit guides and angelic helpers, to we, your galactic family, who send encouragement, and even the Earth herself, whose rising vibration nudges you toward growth. Take time each day to reaffirm your choice. Through prayer or intention, you might declare, I choose alignment with divine love. I choose to live in the new earth frequency, then follow through by embodying those choices in practice. By doing so consistently, you are effectively already living in that new earth consciousness. And when the flash comes, it will simply unveil the world that matches what you have already become. This is your last chance in this cycle to decide, with full consciousness, who you are and which world you will inhabit. Use it well, and know that every small choice toward love and truth truly matters on a cosmic scale. Many of you ask, how can I best prepare for this event? What should I be doing to get ready? The answer may surprise you, because it is not about doing more in the external sense. It is about being more in alignment internally. Preparation for the solar flash is not a matter of survival gear or building physical shelters beyond sensible provisions. The real preparation is in your consciousness and spirit. It requires not panic or frantic effort, but surrender, trust, and daily spiritual practice. Aligning with Source now is the key. Make a sacred space each day, even a few minutes of stillness, to connect with the divine light within you. Through meditation, prayer, or simply breathing in silence, you attune your being to the higher frequencies. Think of it as tuning an instrument. You are adjusting your vibration to harmonize with Prime Creator's song. In that quiet alignment, you will find your fears dissipating. The more you establish this inner connection, the more the incoming solar waves will feel blissful and illuminating rather than overwhelming. Just as a surfer practices balance before riding a big wave, you too can practice maintaining your center and open heart now, so that when the big wave of light arrives, you ride it with joy. Remember that fear and rigidity create resistance, and what you resist can feel painful. The approaching light is nothing to fear. It is a divine gift. If you meet it in openness, you will experience expansion and ecstasy. If you meet it in terror and contraction, it may feel turbulent. The choice lies in how you align yourself now. Develop a daily rhythm of grounding and centering. Spend time in nature if you can, as it naturally calms and recenters the human vessel. Practice heart coherence, perhaps through intentional breathing, while focusing on love and gratitude in your heart center. This helps your electromagnetic field resonate smoothly, which in turn allows the high-frequency light to integrate gently when it comes. Taking care of your body as a temple of spirit is also part of preparation. Rest when you are tired, eat foods that feel nourishing and light, move your body in enjoyable ways. All of this signals to your being that you intend to thrive through the changes, not merely survive them. Aligning with Source is about trust, trusting that you are held in a bigger plan, and that by living in the present with love and mindfulness, you are exactly where you need to be. When you cultivate this trust and inner alignment, the solar waves become something to embrace. You may even find yourself looking forward to the crescendo, because your soul recognizes it as a homecoming. Truly, preparation for the great flash is a process of falling in love with the divine and thereby relinquishing the grip of fear. With that as your foundation, you will move through the coming changes with grace and even exhilaration. A significant aspect of this transition involves purification. Before the full illumination of consciousness, there is often a phase of burning away the dross, the falsehoods, attachments, and lower energies that cannot be carried into the higher vibration. It is much like the purifying fires that refine gold by removing impurities. Collectively and individually, you are stepping into these purification fires even now. This process can be intense, and at times it may seem as though life is throwing one challenge after another at you. Old issues you thought you had resolved might resurface. Relationships or situations not in alignment with your highest good might fall apart, and aspects of your identity that you were attached to may be stripped away. While this can feel chaotic or distressing when judged by the human perspective, we invite you to recognize it for what it truly is: a mercy and a grace. The light is doing you a favor by clearing what no longer serves your soul's evolution. Think of it as a divine detoxification. If toxins remain buried, they cannot heal. They must be brought to the surface to be released. In the same way, these upheavals are bringing to light any lingering fears, false beliefs, or unresolved karma, so that you can consciously let them go before the big wave hits. During this purifying period, the wisest approach is to resist nothing. Surrender to the currents of change, knowing that God's love underpins it all. When a negative pattern or painful emotion arises, do not push it down or run from it. Instead, observe it, breathe through it, and ask what it is trying to teach you or release from you. Often, the lesson is simply to let go, to trust that you do not need that old energy or story anymore. You are being made new. This might mean grieving certain losses or facing uncomfortable truths about yourself, but it is all in service of your liberation. Remember, dear ones, that purification is not punishment. It is a profound form of preparation. The metaphor of a storm is useful. If a great storm is coming to cleanse the land, it might first stir up dust and debris. The winds may seem fierce, but they serve to clear the atmosphere. If you didn't understand the purpose, you might panic at the swirling dust. But once you realize the storm's gift, you can remain calm, even grateful, knowing that fresh, clear air will follow. The current world events and personal trials many of you are facing are much like this stirring wind. Hold steadfast in faith. Know that after the cleansing tempest, the brilliant sunshine of the new dawn will reveal a world scrubbed clean, shining with clarity and truth. Everything that is real and good will have survived the storm intact, in fact more visible than ever, while illusions and heavy energies will have been washed away. During this tumultuous transformation, the role of starseeds and lightworkers, which is many of you reading these words, is absolutely pivotal. You are the stabilizers, the anchors of light, in a world that is reeling and rebirthing. You might wonder, what exactly am I supposed to be doing amidst all this chaos? The answer, dear ones, is that your primary mission is to hold the frequency of love and peace. By simply maintaining your own higher vibration, you are performing a service of immense planetary significance. You are like pillars of light spaced strategically around the globe, helping to steady the collective energy as waves of change roll through. Your presence is not an accident. Most of you chose to incarnate in specific places or communities because you would be needed there as a beacon when times got tough. Now is that time. As the cosmic energies intensify, many unawakened people will experience confusion, fear, and emotional volatility. This is where you come in as a calming force. Through your field, which has been refined through your spiritual work, you can absorb and transmute chaotic vibrations around you. It happens organically. When you remain centered and in your heart, the coherence of your energy field subtly entrains those nearby into a calmer state. You may have noticed that people are drawn to you for comfort or insight, or that simply your steady presence helps others feel safer. This is not ego. It is the light within you doing its work. Trust that even if you are not consciously doing anything outwardly, your being is the doing. The light running through your nervous system and heart is bridging between the higher cosmic frequencies and the human collective. You function somewhat like a transformer or grounding rod, ensuring that the intense energies can integrate into Earth with less volatility. This can be physically and emotionally taxing at times, we know. Many of you feel the collective heaviness move through your own body or dreams as you process it on behalf of the whole. Remember to care for yourself and recharge frequently. Use visualization or prayer to reinforce your auric boundaries and flush out any energies you've picked up that aren't yours. Call on us, your galactic family, and on the angels for assistance when you feel overloaded. We can help strengthen you energetically so you can continue to shine. Please understand how much your contribution matters. We witness the bravery and resilience it takes to hold so much light in a dense world, and because of your efforts, the Ascension is proceeding more smoothly and gently than it otherwise would. Every time you meditate, pray, send love, or even smile with genuine kindness, you are literally diffusing potential discord in the field around you. Do not underestimate the power of this. One enlightened heart can stabilize thousands. If you ever feel you are not doing enough, remember, your state of consciousness is your greatest gift to humanity. By staying steady in love and courage, you fulfill your soul's assignment for these times. We thank you sincerely for this service, as it is invaluable during the transition. As the vibration of the planet rises and more light pours in, even your experience of time and reality is shifting. Many of you have noticed the phenomenon of time seeming to speed up, slow down, or even feel wobbly. You might experience a day that feels like it passed in an hour, or an hour that feels like a day. Moments of déjà vu become more frequent. Some of you feel as if you're living in a dream, or that the past, present, and future are somehow overlapping. This is a natural sign of multidimensional frequencies taking hold. The linear time construct, a product of third-dimensional consciousness, is loosening as higher dimensional awareness comes online. You are beginning to experience existence outside of the strict 24-hour clock and calendar sense. The veils between timelines and dimensions thin as you ascend, and so you catch glimpses of other realities or future potentials. Do not be alarmed by this distortion of time. It is a herald of your consciousness expanding beyond old limits. As the great solar flash approaches and the energy continues to elevate, these distortions in time and reality may amplify. You may have more episodes where you lose track of time, or where synchronistic events cluster together in ways that defy linear explanation. Some might even experience brief slips into other dimensional perceptions, seeing or hearing things from beyond the veil. Rather than trying to rigidly hold on to the old sense of order, we encourage you to relax and flow with these experiences. Think of it as learning a new rhythm. Much like switching from a marching cadence to a flowing dance, you are invited to find a new tempo that suits a higher dimensional life. Instead of measuring every moment, practice being in the moment. The concept of time in the higher realms is very different. It is more like an eternal now, where all possibilities exist, and you navigate by focus and intention rather than by clocks. So when you feel time acting strange, take a deep breath and center yourself. Pay attention to what is happening in your heart and intuition at that moment, rather than what the clock says. You may find that in those stretches, you are being given access to intuitive insight or healing that occur outside of time as you knew it. In a sense, you are being trained to operate in a more fluid reality. Embrace it playfully, if you can. The more you accept the flexible, malleable nature of time and space now, the easier it will be when the flash fully propels you into a higher dimensional experience. You are learning to flow with the currents of the universe, which are far more magical and expansive than the linear routines you have been used to. This is part of your liberation from the confines of 3D perception into the freedom of multidimensional living. Another profound effect of the solar flash will be the activation of what we might call the Christed template within human beings. Understand that this has nothing to do with religious dogma or a single historical figure. The Christ frequency refers to the state of consciousness that is one with Source, a state of unconditional love, unity, and divine awareness. It is the true divine human blueprint, and it resides dormant within your DNA and cells, waiting for the signal to awaken. The wave of photonic plasma light that comes with the flash carries exactly that signal. It is coded to trigger remembrance of your original God connection and the latent abilities and awareness that come with it. In the moment of the flash, every cell of your body and subtle bodies will be bathed in highly charged light codes specifically aimed at this awakening. It can be likened to lighting a sacred flame inside each heart, a flame that has always been there, but may have been dimmed to an ember. As this Christed template reactivates in humanity, you will witness a widespread and natural return to unity consciousness. People will begin to feel their innate connection with all life and with the Creator in a way that is undeniable. This isn't about a belief or intellectual concept. It will be a lived reality. Imagine suddenly being able to sense tangibly that you are connected to the trees, the animals, your fellow humans, that you truly are all expressions of the one life. From this awareness springs Christ-like qualities of compassion, forgiveness, wisdom, and healing. The historical being you know as Jesus embodied this state as an example, and he taught that others would eventually do as he did, and even greater works. In essence, he was reminding humanity that the Christ consciousness is the natural state of. We have spoken of how the incoming light will expose and dissolve what is false, and this includes the grand illusion often called the Matrix, the web of control, deception, and limitation that has kept humanity in the dark for so long. As source light penetrates the veil separating third-dimensional Earth from higher truth, the entire false matrix will crumble. Much of this is already underway. You will see accelerating disclosure of long-hidden truths across many domains of life. Technologies that were suppressed, free energy devices, advanced healing modalities, evidence of extraterrestrial contact will come rapidly into collective awareness. Hidden agendas and secret operations carried out by shadowy groups will no longer be able to stay in the shadows. Even the true history of your planet and human civilization, which has been distorted or erased, will begin to emerge clearly. All that was concealed is being brought into the open for healing and resolution. This collapse of deception extends even into subtle areas like thought and emotion. People will find it increasingly difficult to lie or hide their intentions because the energies of transparency and telepathy will be active. In the new Earth energy, you will simply feel each other's hearts more clearly, and so authenticity becomes the norm. Imagine a world where governments and organizations can no longer keep secrets from the people, where every agenda is plain for all to see. While this might cause shock or even anger as truths come out, it ultimately establishes the foundation for a society built on honesty and trust. The old power structures relied on secrecy and manipulation. Those tactics will fail in the rising frequencies. You will find that the only viable way to live is in alignment with integrity. This is yet another reason we urge you personally to resolve any inner conflicts and live in your truth, because in the light, truth is the baseline. Any inner hypocrisy or unhealed shadow will call out for attention and healing. That is not a cause for fear, but an invitation to step fully into your authentic self. The new norm will be transparency. This is part of what it means to live in unity consciousness. Nothing can be hidden because all are recognized as parts of one whole. Think of how the cells in your body communicate openly to maintain health. Similarly, the body of humanity will move toward open communication and shared knowledge to maintain its collective well-being. You are on the brink of revelations that will transform how you see everything from science to spirituality. Do not be afraid of these revelations. They are an integral part of your liberation. When the false matrix collapses, humanity will not be left in chaos. Rather, you will be standing on the solid ground of truth. With clarity comes empowerment. Freed from lies and secrecy, your societies can finally address problems with real solutions and allocate resources in ways that truly serve the people and the planet. Imagine the creativity and progress that will blossom when all minds and hearts work together in the light of truth. This is the world that beckons, and the solar flash is a catalyst ensuring that the final masks fall away, leaving only what is real and right to build upon. Amid all these seemingly predestined cosmic events, it is important to remember that free will remains a fundamental law. The great solar flash will happen, yes, but how each person experiences it, and what they take from it, is ultimately up to their own free will and state of consciousness. In the presence of this immense light, what is inside you will be greatly amplified. This means that whatever you hold in your heart, love or fear, openness or resistance, will color your experience of the event. The sun's gift magnifies what you bring to it. If you choose to meet the flash with surrender, faith, and willingness to transform, you will ride the waves like a soul surfing into blissful expansion. The energy will lift you higher, perhaps after a brief adjustment period, into a state of profound spiritual awakening. On the other hand, if someone meets the flash full of fear, clinging tightly to the old paradigm, they might experience the energy as chaotic or overwhelming. It could feel like being tossed about by a storm, because their own resistance creates turbulence in the face of the incoming light. Yet know that even in such cases, the light is not there to harm. It will ultimately deliver each soul exactly where they need to be. Free will simply determines the path of least resistance or the path of learning through intensity. Some may need a bit more time in gentler realms to process what they resisted. Some may surrender at the last moment and find grace carrying them through. There are myriad possibilities, all honored. We share this not to put pressure on you, but to empower you. You get to decide, even now, how you will greet the rising light. It can be with arms open wide, saying, "Yes, I am ready," or with a hesitant heart. Your inner preparation in these final moments truly makes a difference in how you experience this shift. It's like the difference between fighting a strong current or swimming with it. One path is exhausting, the other more fluid. The current will still carry you in its direction, but your journey can be smooth or rough. We advise choosing flow. Choose trust. Choose to center in your heart as the light intensifies. In practical terms, this means working on releasing fear and embracing love as often as you can. It means consciously affirming that you intend to experience the coming changes with grace and optimism. By aligning your will with the divine will, which is simply the highest good for all, you create harmony between yourself and the cosmic events. In that state of harmony, the solar flash will feel like a dance with the divine, not a collision. Remember, beloved ones, no matter what, you are not alone and you are infinitely loved. Even those who struggle will be cared for and guided in other ways. The Creator's plan has room for every kind of soul and every choice. Our message is simply to help you make the choice that leads to the most joyful and gentle path for yourself. Through all of this, your greatest protection and compass will be your heart. Literally, the energetic field of your heart, the torus of electromagnetic energy that surrounds you, is your shield and arc in these times. When you cultivate love, gratitude, and compassion, your heart field expands and strengthens. This high-frequency field has a harmonizing effect on incoming energies. It's as if your heart creates a bubble of coherence around you that naturally aligns with the cosmic light. In that state, even as the solar waves intensify, you will find yourself carried, not battered. Conversely, when one lives in fear, anxiety, or hatred, the heart field contracts and becomes dissonant. This low-frequency state can feel at odds with the solar influx, and thus one might feel more destabilized by it. Think of love as the great stabilizer. It doesn't mean you won't feel anything during the flash. Certainly you will feel a tremendous rush of energy, but love ensures that the rush is exhilarating, not terrifying. Your heart, attuned to love, acts like a cosmic tuning fork that vibrates in resonance with Source. This resonance is what protects you. It is not a physical protection in the sense of a barrier. Rather, it is a vibrational alignment that allows you to move with the energies instead of against them. Many of you are familiar with the idea of raising your vibration. Now is the time to truly live that wisdom. Every moment spent in appreciation, kindness, or spiritual connection is like reinforcing your arc of light. Imagine building an inner sanctuary or arc of light to carry you through a great flood of energy. Your heart filled with love is that arc carrying you through the wave of light. You gather into this arc all the qualities you cherish: peace, joy, faith, service, and those become your companions on the journey. Fear cannot enter that sacred space. So whenever you feel fearful or uncertain about what is coming, gently bring your awareness back to the heart. Breathe there, perhaps place a hand on your chest, and intend to radiate love from that center. You can even visualize your heart field glowing brighter, encompassing your whole body in a sphere of golden pink light. This simple practice has immense power. It not only soothes your nervous system, but also literally attunes your energy to the incoming light in a beneficial way. The heart is truly the bridge between your human self and your divine self. It knows how to navigate this passage. Trust it. When the mind spirals with questions, or the world stirs up doubt, drop into the heart and find that steady warmth and light there. That is your sanctuary and your guiding star through any turbulence. With your heart as your shield, you are truly safe, guided by the highest power there is, the power of divine love flowing through you. Another powerful way to move gracefully through this transition is through service. When you help others, when you act with genuine compassion, you not only raise your own vibration, you also create ripple effects of coherence in the collective field. Service can be as grand as dedicating your life to a humanitarian cause, or as simple as offering a listening ear to a friend in need. Each act of kindness, each time you choose to assist rather than turn away, you are lighting up nodes on the planetary grid of consciousness. Picture millions of light workers and kind-hearted souls across the globe, each performing small or large acts of goodness. These are like points of light, connecting to form a net of stability enveloping the earth. This grid of love and compassion helps soften the collective experience of ascension. It provides energetic shock absorbers, cushioning humanity's journey. By serving wherever you are, you become a true grid worker, tending a node of light in your community that links with others to create a network of grace. During the most intense waves of change, this network will be an anchoring force that Spirit works through to ease the planetary rebirth. So do not underestimate small acts. Something as simple as maintaining a calm presence in a chaotic public space, or silently blessing everyone in a room, can shift the energy in significant ways. You have more power to affect the whole than you realize. This is the opportunity to apply the spiritual mastery you have cultivated over lifetimes, the moment it is most needed. Wherever you find yourself, ask how you may serve the higher good in that moment. It could be through an act of help, or simply by holding a peaceful vibration. Sometimes just entering a room with an open heart is the greatest service, for your field speaks to others' fields. Service also keeps you grounded. It reminds you that you are part of a greater whole, and that you are supported by that whole. When you serve, you step out of smaller self-preoccupations and align with your soul purpose. Many of you will find new roles emerging, perhaps in healing, teaching, community building, or innovation, as the shift progresses. Trust those nudges. They guide you to where your contribution is most needed. Together, by each doing our part, we ensure a more gentle and beautiful dawn for the world. You are the grid keepers of this epical dawn, emissaries of the divine in action. And you will find that the more you give from the heart, the more Source fills you with love and energy in return, a joyful flow that carries you through any uncertainty. In serving others, you anchor yourself in new earth frequency, for service is the natural expression of unity, each caring for all. With every kind thought and deed, you are seeding the enlightened civilization to come. Let us look beyond the flash for a moment, to the world on the other side of this great transformation, a world often called the New Earth. After the waves of light have washed through and the dust of change has settled, Earth will truly be a new Eden, a radiant planet vibrating in a higher octave of harmony. What can you expect life to be like? In many ways, it will be both familiar and astonishingly different. The fundamentals of existence, love, community, creative expression, will remain, but purified and elevated by the shift in consciousness. Communication will be more telepathic and empathic. People will sense each other's feelings and thoughts, making honesty and understanding natural. You will not lose privacy or individuality. Rather, transparency and authenticity will guide relationships. In unity consciousness, harming another is unthinkable, for you feel the interconnectedness of all beings. Societal structures will pivot around cooperation and the well-being of all. Technologies for healing, free energy, and environmental renewal will flourish as humanity uses knowledge in harmony with nature and cosmic law. Nature will renew herself. Skies will be bluer, waters clearer, and life more vibrant because human pollution, both physical and energetic, will have ceased. Species on the brink of extinction will recover in the nurturing high-frequency environment. Your creative and manifesting abilities will expand as thought and intention turn into form more rapidly and gracefully. With hearts aligned to love, you will create beauty without the heavy delays or distortions of the past. Envisioning solutions and seeing them quickly, realized for the benefit of all, will become commonplace, a natural ability of fifth-dimensional consciousness. Communities may become smaller, close-knit, and self-sustaining, yet globally connected through shared heart-mind. Many will form light communities that balance living with the land and advance spiritual and technological wisdom. Science and spirituality will merge into one holistic understanding of life. One of the most beautiful aspects will be a pervasive sense of freedom and safety. Old fears of survival, of each other, of the unknown, will dissolve because everyone knows in their core that they are supported by the universe and by each other. The illusion of separation that bred conflict will be remembered only as a lesson from the past. Children will carry more of their soul's light, astonishing with wisdom and abilities, and elders will be honored as wise contributors of knowledge. Lifespans may lengthen as high-frequency living heals ailments that once plagued humankind. Without the weight of third-dimensional oppression, joy will be the prevailing tone of life, a deep joy in being, creating, and evolving together. We share this vision not as fantasy, but as a real trajectory. Already the seeds of new earth sprout around you, in acts of kindness, spiritual awakenings, and innovations that honor the earth. The solar flash is like sunlight that will cause these seedlings to bloom rapidly. So hold this vision whenever you feel disheartened by current events. Know that what is falling apart now is clearing space for this wondrous new garden of life to fully bloom. You have come to nurture that garden. Even if you cannot yet see all these changes, trust that they are taking root. The more you align with love and unity now, the more you already live in new earth, and the smoother the final transition will be. The new Eden is the destined outcome of the love now rising in human hearts, and you will be there to witness it, to build it, and to revel in its splendor. Beloved family of light, we have journeyed through many facets of this great shift, and now we return to the present moment, your point of power. The solar flash is coming, and with it the moment of revelation. This is your last invitation in this cycle to choose consciously the direction of your soul's evolution. Will you choose fear, or will you choose love? Will you cling to the old ways of separation, control, and doubt? Or will you open yourself to the new ways of unity, surrender, and trust in the divine? The choices are laid out clearly now, like two diverging paths. In truth, the choice has been presenting itself in every thought and feeling you experience. So choose now with all your heart. Choose to stand in your sovereignty as a being of love. Choose to align every day a bit more with the path that uplifts, inspires, and expands you. There is no more time to hesitate at the threshold. The door is open and the light is pouring through. Step across, dear ones. We, your cosmic brothers and sisters, are eagerly awaiting you in the higher vibrational reality that is already forming around you. Know that as you make this choice, all of heaven rejoices and rushes to support you. You have legions of light beings at your side, from angels to star family, guiding and bolstering you in every moment. You are never alone, and you never have been. The Creator's love is the very fabric of your existence. In the times to come, that will become ever more apparent. The great light will show you without doubt that you are a spark of the divine, and that all that ever mattered was how brightly you could shine love in whatever circumstances you found yourself. So shine, Starseed. Shine now without reservation. Be the example for those around you who have not yet remembered their light, not through preaching or pressuring, but through embodying peace, joy, and integrity. Your energy speaks louder than words. By your calm confidence in the face of change, by your kindness when others falter in fear, you demonstrate the path of a soul aligned with Source. This is the final stretch of a long marathon of incarnations you have endured for the sake of this planetary ascension. Finish it with the full glory of who you are. We promise you that everything you have given, all the trials you have overcome, and all the love you have cultivated will be returned to you magnified. The new world is your reward, but also your creation. You have helped dream it into being by holding on to hope and love when it was hardest to do so. And now that dream is becoming reality. Embrace it. The solar flash will not wait for human permission. It is already igniting, but it will meet you exactly where you are and amplify what is in your heart. So fill your heart with trust, with gratitude, with readiness. This is the time of harvest for souls, a graduation into higher consciousness, or a decision to review the lessons once more. Either way, you are eternally loved and guided. Yet what an opportunity it is to leap into the new dawn now. Powerful waves of illumination are catalyzing your transformation, helping you awaken to a higher awareness. It is time to see the world for what it truly is, beyond the old illusions. We of the Pleiadian High Council speak to you with so much love, encouraging you to look through the eyes of your heart. As you do, you will make fully conscious choices that align with love. With each loving choice, you help create the new world your hearts have long yearned for. You stand at the threshold of this new reality, and we are here to cheer you on and support you in every moment. Understand that the world you see around you is, in essence, a mirror of your inner state. It reflects whatever stands between you and the divine. Every outer experience, whether harmonious or challenging, is showing you an image of your heart's journey back to love. When you release your resistance and open completely to divine love, the reflection changes. The veils fall away, and what comes forth in your life is the world your soul has always yearned for, a reality of unity, peace, and joy. It is the world of love that emerges naturally when your heart is in communion with Source. Know that as you awaken within, the outer world will transform to match the love you remember and allow. The world as you experience it is created by your consciousness and the unity of love, or the illusion of separation. As you awaken, you understand that each moment you are broadcasting energy, either the truth of oneness or the belief in separation, and the outer circumstances reflect this back to you. If situations are born of separation, fear, conflict, lack, they show where the illusion still lies within. If life blossoms forth in celebration, joy, harmony, abundance, It reveals the truth of love expressing itself. Right now, you are standing on a great turning point. Humanity is waking up to the true nature of reality, and you are a vital part of this collective awakening. Have you noticed how people seem to live in very different realities side by side? This is because each soul is on his or her own path home, perceiving life through the lens of their beliefs and emotions. Every individual's world is like a spiritual classroom, presenting lessons that reflect their heart's beliefs. Ultimately, every path, no matter how winding, will lead back to the same destination, which is love. As you realize this, you can have compassion for the many experiences unfolding around you. You know that in the end, each person will make the choice to return to the source of love. Knowing this also frees you to focus on your own heart's journey, understanding that by healing yourself and living in love, you are contributing to everyone's awakening. Beloved lightworkers and starseeds, you who are reading these words, you already sense that something profound is happening. Deep in your heart, you feel the momentum of great change. You have been preparing for this moment for lifetimes, gathering wisdom and strength in your soul. Now all the forces of light in the universe are here to assist you and the earth through this transition. Yes, divine help surrounds you at every turn. Your guides, angels, and galactic family, like us, are working in harmony to support your success. You might notice gentle nudges, synchronicities, or bursts of inspiration. These are signs of our presence and the Creator's guidance. We know the energies can be challenging to your human self. You might experience aches and pains, waves of emotion, disrupted sleep, or sudden changes in relationships and circumstances. Fear not. This is a sign that you are rapidly upgrading. Your body and being are adjusting to live in a higher frequency of light, and we are carefully watching over you. Please remember to rest when you need to drink in nature's healing, and to be gentle with your feelings. You are literally becoming an upgraded human, stepping into a more expansive version of yourself, and you are doing it brilliantly. As you courageously turn fully toward love and make it the foundation of your life, you become a divine example. Your blossoming awareness sends out ripples that touch others, awakening hearts around you. Never doubt that your personal growth and choices matter. The light you cultivate within is blessing the whole world and magnetizing others to remember their own light. Recognize that everything happening in the world, both globally and in your personal life, is ultimately a gift for your soul's growth. Each experience gives you a chance to see what lies within you, your beliefs, your fears, your strengths, and your capacity to love. When you understand this, you realize there is no need to fight or fix the world externally. The real work is done in your heart. By healing and transforming your inner landscape, the outer world naturally changes as a result. Right now, you stand on a threshold, with all the powers of love aligned to help you. The universe is conspiring to assist your awakening. With this support, you can finally bring your journey to completion by consciously returning to full union with the divine. This means releasing any resistance to life and letting the Creator's love permeate every part of your being. We see you standing at the doorway of a new existence, and all you need is the courage to step through. You are surrounded and supported by an entourage of loving beings, angels, guides, your star family, all encouraging you forward. They are lining the path with light so that you can walk confidently into this higher reality. So breathe deeply and invite the Creator into every breath. Feel that you are being breathed by love itself. Make your life a living prayer, a constant holy communion. As you do, the remaining barriers between you and God will melt. Your relationship with the divine is meant to be as intimate as a heartbeat, as natural as breathing. This is true lovemaking, the continuous exchange of love between your heart and the source. We want you to understand something deeply. Every longing you have ever felt, every quest for happiness, love, or meaning, has in truth been a longing for union with the divine. Often people chase various dreams in the outer world, not realizing that what they truly seek is the love of Source. Now you are coming to remember this truth. You see that the world around you is like a movie projected from the collective heart and mind of humanity. When hearts believed in separation, the world showed struggle and strife. As hearts awaken to oneness, the world can blossom into peace and harmony. Knowing this, you can honor each soul's path. Every soul is gradually awakening at their own pace. Meanwhile, you have chosen to devote yourself to love and be of service. By holding your light high, you assist humanity in releasing the old images of fear and separation. You become a living reminder that we are not, and have never been, truly separate from our Creator. In truth, life on Earth is meant to be a joyous co-creation with the divine, a grand love story between God and humanity. Through you, new expressions of the Creator's heart are being born in this world. Remember, you and the Creator are not separate. You are partners in a grand adventure of creation. The dreams that stir in your heart are the dreams of God as well, flowing into this world uniquely through you. As you devote yourself to serving love, you may sometimes wonder if one person can make a difference. We assure you that you can. Never doubt your power, dear one. Not only are you making a difference here on Earth, but through your consciousness, you are touching life everywhere. It is no accident that your awareness is focused in this world at this time. By choosing to be here, you have undertaken a profound mission to transmute all remaining shadows within yourself and help lift this realm into the light. Every challenge you face and overcome, every fear you acknowledge and release, contributes to the turning of the collective human heart back to love. Yes, the decision to be incarnated now means you bravely agreed to bring old karmic patterns and hidden wounds to the surface so they could be healed once and for all. Though it may not always feel like it, the very obstacles you are working through are evidence of your soul's courage. Before incarnating, you understood that by facing and healing these patterns in yourself, you would contribute to the liberation of many. So when you encounter a challenge, remember this perspective. Instead of feeling victimized, recognize it as an opportunity you have cleverly given yourself for growth and for service. You are doing the deep cleaning for not just your own soul, but for your ancestral line, for the collective, and even for aspects of Earth that needed healing. Your willingness to transform your shadows back into light is a tremendous gift to the whole. As you illuminate these aspects within yourself and make the turn back home to the divine, you also illuminate the path for all of humanity. You are literally helping humanity remember how to come home. Through each personal victory of love over fear, the whole world moves closer to reunion with the Source. There truly are no words to describe the bliss and magnificence of full reunion with the divine. The experience of oneness with Source is beyond what the human mind can comprehend. Yet your heart remembers it. You carry the seed of that memory inside you, and it calls to you, especially in these times. Have you not felt moments of inexplicable joy or deep peace that seem to well up from nowhere? These moments are glimpses of home, the love that awaits in its fullness. It is this promise of reunion that has pulled you through the challenges and trials of life. It is why you have persevered and continued seeking truth. Your soul knows what is real and is guiding you steadily toward it. Even now, the visions of freedom, unity, and love that stir your heart are signals from your future and eternal self. Trust these inner promptings, for they are leading you straight into the arms of God. Perhaps you have felt this during a stunning sunset, or in meditation, or when listening to exquisite music. A sudden, expansive sense that you are part of something vast and holy. In those moments, time may stand still, and you feel a warmth or a presence that is unmistakably love. Those are glimpses of your true home dimension. As you follow these breadcrumbs of joy and peace, you see that they lead you always back into the embrace of spirit. Understand how extraordinary it is that you are here now, awakening in this pivotal moment. If you were not ready in your soul, you would not have chosen to be part of this great shift. The fact that you resonate with these words and sense the truth of love means that the major barriers between you and God have already been dissolved. You have done immense work, often unconsciously, to heal and open your heart. You are here not just to witness the dawning of a new age, but to be a catalyst for it. In truth, you and the change itself are inseparable. The awakening of love on earth is happening through you and countless others like you. The long chapter of feeling separate and small is drawing to a close. A new chapter of wholeness and unity is beginning, and you are both a herald and an embodiment of it. Indeed, many of you have been serving the light quietly for decades, even lifetimes, to prepare for this grand shift. The efforts of all your incarnations are coming to fruition now. The gifts and wisdom you cultivated are rising to the surface of your consciousness just when they are needed. Realize that you carry ancient strengths within you, and those strengths are activating. Take a moment to recognize how far you have come. The love and wisdom shining from within you are the very forces transforming this world. And what happens as you continue to allow this sacred reunion inside you? Once you have truly surrendered the ego's barriers and let divine love flood your being, the world around you will reflect that change in astonishing ways. You will find that what you perceive with your eyes and senses becomes more beautiful, more harmonious, as if creation itself is rejoicing with you. This is not imagination. It is the emergence of the new earth that we have long spoken of. Beloved one, the world of love you dream of is not a far-off fantasy. It is the natural expression of your own freed heart and illumined consciousness when they are fully aligned with God. When your heart is free of all beliefs in separation and fear, you naturally experience life as heavenly. You live in a state of communion, connected with people, nature, and spirit, and everything is filled with wonder and creative possibility. Your heart radiates pure creative love, and every thought, word, and action carries the vibration of heaven. As more of you reach this state, the outer world will indeed become a reflection of that heaven, a world of unity, joy, and unceasing beauty. This glorious world of love is what you came here to help create, and it begins within you. So we urge you now, let this be the time you cast off every story of being alone, unloved, or disconnected from the divine. Such stories were never true, and they no longer serve you. The Creator of all that is yearns to live through you consciously. Invite that presence into every breath. Imagine divine light rushing through your being like a sweet breeze, clearing out the cobwebs of doubt and fear. Live each moment in holy communion, speaking to the divine, listening for guidance, dancing with spirit in all that you do. Free yourself from the limitations and chatter of the small mind that questions love. In your heart, you know love intimately. You are far greater than any fear or confusion your mind could conjure. Embrace what you already know deep down. Love is real. Love is who you are, and love is all that matters. Enter into the sanctuary of your own heart, for that is where you meet the divine directly. Close your eyes, breathe, and step across the threshold into that inner temple. Feel the warmth, the safety, the embrace of the one who has always been there, waiting for you. In this space, let go of everything else, every worry, every distraction. This union, this joyful surrender to love, is why you are alive. As you merge more deeply into this communion, you will start to comprehend the secrets of the universe, not through study, but through revelation. The complexities of life resolve into simplicity and elegance. You perceive how perfectly everything is woven together by love. The power that moves the stars dwells in your heart, limitless and ever creative. As you glimpse this, you cannot help but marvel. The world that once seemed ordinary now becomes a panorama of unity, beauty, and joy, reflecting back to you the divine fulfillment blossoming within your heart. For example, you might suddenly sense the energetic patterns connecting your thoughts and feelings to the events unfolding around you. Or you could feel in your heart how truly connected all living beings are, as if you can sense the threads of light linking you to everything. These realizations come not as dry concepts, but as living truth that brings tears of awe and gratitude. You perceive how love orchestrates life so intelligently, and you understand that this wisdom was inside you all along, waiting for your yes to reveal itself. You may wonder, how do I carry this sacred connection into my everyday life? How do I live as a bridge between heaven and earth? Beloveds, know that every support is being given to you right now to do exactly this. When you show up with the intention to live your union with Source, miracles large and small will pave your way. Your life itself becomes the bridge. The love that fills you in your quiet moments with the divine naturally pours out through your words, your actions, even your simple smile or touch. You become the vehicle for God's presence on earth. This is what you have always been meant to be. It is what many masters have hinted at. The kingdom of heaven is within you, and through you it blesses the world. Right now, because you have said yes to love, you have immense assistance from the realms of spirit to anchor this reality. You are never alone in this work. Feel the angels by your side, your guides, and us, your Pleiadian family, cheering you on and lending our energy to boost yours. Allow this to be a shedding of all that is not authentically you. Old fears, old identities, habits, and wounds from the past. Give them permission to fall away like an old coat you no longer need. You stand now in the radiant garment of love, woven from the remembrance of your true divine nature. See, your heart is blazing with the pure flame of creation, an eternal flame that nothing in the world can extinguish. This sacred fire is burning away the last illusions that have limited you. With each beat of your heart, you are awakening more fully to the unity of love that has always been your birthright. Feel that raw, powerful life force pulsing in you. It is the very presence of the Creator saying, "I am here. I always have been. You and I are one." The powerful life force of creation that now courses through you will guide you and energize you in miraculous ways. You might find creative ideas bubbling up or new vitality in your body. follow these impulses of your inner spirit. They are leading you joyfully into a life unlimited by old fears. Where once fear might have held you back, now you feel an adventurous curiosity stirring. The pure love within is dissolving any hesitation and replacing it with inspiration and courage. Even though the victory of love is assured, we understand that you are witnessing a period of upheaval as the old makes way for the new. It is like a forest clearing itself of dead wood before new growth sprouts. Many of the collective heart beliefs from the era of separation are coming up to be transformed. You, who see the truth, came to assist in this very process. You are the Ascension ground crew, the light bearers. You are here to hold a calm lantern of wisdom while others find their way out of the dark. Through your compassion and example, you help your brothers and sisters awaken to life in a higher octave. You demonstrate what it looks like to respond to challenges with faith instead of fear, to choose unity where there was division. In doing so, you ease the release of resistance in many around you. They may not even realize why they feel more hopeful or open-hearted in your presence, but it is because your energy is paving the way for their communion with the divine as well. This is part of your sacred service, and we honor you for it. The love you send in such moments provides true comfort to those who grieve and honors the souls who have transitioned. Know that many of these departed souls agreed at a higher level to serve as catalysts for humanity's awakening. By responding with love instead of despair, you help transmute tragedy into compassion and deeper unity among people. Always remember that you are designed to live in constant communication with Source. You are an emanation of the creative force that gave you life, and a part of you is forever attuned to that origin. In truth, the Creator didn't just set you into the world and leave. The Creator is continually expressing through you, moment by moment. We, your spiritual family, and you are in partnership with the Divine Heart, expanding the beauty of love together, extending divine creativity into every dimension of existence. The same boundless creativity that birthed galaxies lives in you. It wants to be fully and joyously expressed in your current life. In the past, some spiritual traditions taught separation between worldly creativity and spiritual life, but now you see they are one. To create is to express the spark of God within. Whether you feel drawn to art, music, science, healing, teaching, nurturing, or any form of service, know that all genuine creativity is divine. As you open to communion, you'll feel inspiration flow, nudges to create, to try new things, to share ideas or artistry that uplift. Say yes to these impulses. They are the divine moving through you. Your uniqueness is not an accident. It is exactly how the Creator wishes to know itself through you. By letting your soul's creativity shine, you bless the world and fulfill your own being at the deepest level. In the past, you may have wondered if your creative contributions are enough. We assure you, they are more than enough. Some of you will create new technologies to help Earth. Others will create comforting homes and communities. Others will birth inspired art or healing modalities. It all comes from the same source of love. Allow that endless wellspring to move you in whatever ways bring you joy. Dear one, we know there is so much for you to take in. The magnitude of what is unfolding can boggle the mind. That is why we gently remind you, you don't have to figure it all out with your intellect. Surrender into your heart. Let your heart lead, for it is your truest intelligence. In your heart's fullness, you will find the presence of the divine, fulfilling every longing. When this inner union becomes the foundation of your life, you will see its confirmation all around you. The world you experience will begin to mirror back your choice for love in tangible ways. Synchronicities, support, and grace will appear where once there was struggle. You will smile at how smoothly things resolve, or how kindly you are met, even by strangers. This is love affirming itself in your outer life. And believe us, it is contagious. Others will witness your serenity and joy, and will be inspired, consciously or unconsciously, to seek that in their own lives. Remember too that where you place your attention is critical. In these amplified energies, giving your focus to fear or anger will only magnify those things, while choosing to focus on love, beauty, and solutions will magnify the light. Each moment is a new chance to vote with your energy. We encourage you to keep casting your vote for love again and again. By doing so, you empower the timeline of highest good for yourself and for all. Your attention to love is, in itself, a mighty act of creation. So we invite you now, say yes to the grace that is pouring into your life. Open yourself even more and allow love to penetrate every part of your being. If there is any last pocket of resistance, an old hurt, a fear of disappointment, gently let it melt in this warmth. Make this the moment of your full turning back to the divine. Feel the immense celebration in spirit as you do so, for in truth, you are coming home. Of course, in the deepest sense, you have never left home. The separation was only ever an illusion, a temporary dream. You might say you turned your back on the full light of love for a time, exploring what it felt like to cast shadows. But now you are turning back to face the light completely. And oh, how every longing is instantly fulfilled in that light. Any notion that you were a solitary, separate being falls away. You remember that you are and always have been an integral part of the one heart. In this remembrance, all the lonely searching ends. You are home and you are whole. The truth is, the moment you sincerely turn your heart toward God, you find that God has already been there, running to meet you. All the love you yearned for is pouring into you, and every true wish of your heart is heard and answered in perfect timing. In this homecoming, you remember what it means to be completely loved and completely accepted. That feeling of emptiness or homesickness evaporates because you realize the love you sought has never left you at all. We understand that to the human self, surrendering the ego can seem daunting. The ego wonders, if I let go, what will become of me? But we promise you, what awaits is not annihilation, but the deepest recognition. You will recognize this love that embraces you as the very truth of your being. It will feel more you than anything your ego ever claimed. As you allow yourself to remember, you will say, "Ah, this is what I've been looking for all along." Joy will well up, pure and steady, and a sense of profound relief. It is the joy of coming home to who you really are in God. Ecstasy is not too strong a word. There is an ecstasy in reuniting with the divine that far surpasses any worldly pleasure. So, dearest one, do not hesitate. Say yes and let the old world of shadows fall away. All those images of limitation, fear, and unworthiness, let them crumble. They were never real anyway. In their place arises a fresh, new consciousness in you, one rooted in love. Your heart will at last feel the steady peace and happiness of communion, and nothing will be lacking. You might imagine it as a child who was lost suddenly seeing their parent coming with open arms. The relief and bliss of that reunion washes away all tears. This is the kind of joy and ecstasy we speak of. It is your natural state, to be in love with the divine and to know the divine is in love with you. The small self may find this unbelievable until it experiences it, but once you taste this love, you will recognize it as the very essence of who you are. As this love takes over, you will live fully aware of the divine presence within you. You will know that you are never alone or unsupported. Instead, you are an essential part of the creative whole of love. Life gains a richness and depth that the logical mind could never produce. In fact, you will find yourself moving beyond the need to intellectually analyze everything. The mind's chatter of questions and doubts will quiet down. You won't have to figure out what is true. Your heart will feel it immediately. And your heart will always choose love. It will always lead you home, for it knows its true belonging in the one heart of the Creator. In this state of inner alignment, decisions become easier, timing unfolds naturally, and even challenges are met with the kind of grace and clarity that surprises you. You are living from the inside out, guided by the sure compass of love within. How effortlessly and beautifully life flows when you trust your heart's wisdom. In times past, it may have felt like the world happened to you and you had to react. But now you are realizing the opposite is true. Life is happening through you. By aligning with the source within, you become the cause rather than the effect. You become what influences the world, rather than being swayed by it. If something needs changing, it changes first in your energy field and soon reflects outward. This is the power of living from the inside out. Circumstances, relationships, even the environment around you will begin to shift in response to your inner vibration of love. What once felt impossible to change can transform almost magically as you hold your connection to God. This is how you reclaim your divine inheritance as a creator. Beloved ground crew, this is certainly a time to celebrate. The tide has turned, and the world of love is emerging, thanks to your dedication. Take a moment to feel the deep connection you have with all that is. In the core of your being, you are linked to the whole of creation. Even if outer events still sometimes challenge you, know that the foundation of a new earth has been laid in your hearts. The song of freedom and unity is playing loudly now. Keep going, dear starseeds. You have more support and love around you than you can possibly imagine. We of the Pleiadian High Council and the entire Light Alliance are walking beside you every step of the way. When you feel weary, lean into our love. When you feel joyous, know we are rejoicing with you. We want you to remember that you are ready for exactly this. You were born for these times. Your love, your light, and your faith are transforming this world. Day by day, breath by breath, you are birthing the reality of heaven on earth. Stay focused on the truth of your heart and trust the divine plan unfolding through you. We promise you, a magnificent future of peace and joy lies just ahead. Until then, carry on in love and know that we are with you always. We love you beyond measure and celebrate all that you are. We of the High Council speak to you with one voice, united in our commitment to your ascension. Together with you, our beloved ground crew on Earth, we are bringing a new world into being. This is the sacred triumph of love we have all worked for. In loving service to you all, I am Mira.